Okay, everyone, if you have not yet watched the welcome video, be sure to do that before you watch this one. This one is about SMART goals, and so the theme of this week will be SMART goals. And while the book, and you must go into chapter 1 and read about SMART goals, I wanted to put a little bit of context to it just in case you misunderstood. SMART is an acronym. It stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time focused. It's There's no opposite. So there's not, if it's not a SMART goal, then it's a dumb goal. That's not the way this works. SMART is actually an acronym. And if you map out your goals such that they are specific in nature, meaning you are very specific and detailed about what it is you seek to accomplish. If it's measurable, meaning can you do it or can't you? Did you do it or didn't you? You can measure it. You can say, I did this, I achieved this, or I didn't. That is what it is to be measurable. Is it attainable? Is it realistic? Is it something that you can actually do? SMART goal is not, I want to become a millionaire tomorrow. That is not realistic. That's not attainable. The only way that I could become a millionaire tomorrow is to win the lottery. And that takes luck. That requires more than just my effort in order to make that happen. So A is attainable. I can't have a goal to fly to the moon tomorrow. That is not an attainable goal. It has to be something that you can actually accomplish. Relevant means relevant to your life right now. And many people will often make goals for 10 years from now. Can you really know what's going to happen 10 years from now? I mean, like, really think about it. 10 years ago, the smartphone was introduced. Did you have any idea that the smartphone would be what it is today? Like, literally, there are goals that you could have had 10 years ago that are completely different now because of that invention. So make sure they're relevant to your life right now. It has to do with more short-term things that are occurring in your space and time right now. And then time focus, which in my opinion is the most important part of this whole thing, is having a deadline, because without a deadline, nothing is actually realistic to us. It's still just a hope and a wish. I often tell students that the biggest difference between a dream and a goal is we dream when we are asleep. We are dreaming in our subconscious state, and we have no control over what's playing in our minds as we're sleeping and dreaming. We also say that we're chasing dreams. Well, if you're chasing something, that means it's running away. And so again, there's no control. When you are accomplishing goals, when you set goals and accomplish goals, you control what's happening. And so the difference between saying, I'm going to lose weight, and saying, I will lose 15 pounds by December 15th, 2018, set you on a course where you can see this number in your mind. And every time you look at that scale and you haven't hit that number, then you know you got to work a little harder. You have to eat a little less. You have to work out a little bit more. Literally everything in your life changes as a result of the specificity of that goal. You can measure it and say, I've either lost the 15 pounds or I haven't yet. And so there's the measure. Is it attainable? Absolutely. It's realistic that in the next 4 months, I could lose 15 pounds. Is it relevant to my life right now? Yeah, it's just 4 months away, almost 3 at this point, months away. But it is relevant to my life right now. There are things in my life that I can do and change right now that affect my ability to accomplish that goal. And then there's a time focus, absolutely. I have a deadline, let's say December 31st, 2018. I step on that scale. Either I'm 15 pounds lighter or I'm not. And then if I'm not, what do? I just set another goal, but at least I'm working toward it in a realistic fashion. It's not something that's beyond my control or a wish or just a hope that I'm crossing my fingers for. I'm actually setting forth whatever it is that I destined to happen for myself. And that is the difference. So for your assignment, as you'll see posted, you're going to have to set 5 goals for me that are SMART. All goals must be SMART. They must be specific. They must be measurable, they must be attainable, they must be relevant, and they must be time focused. And let me be clear, you must have 5 separate goals. 2 of them must be academic goals that you have for school. 1 must be a goal that you have for your career. One must be a goal that you have for your personal life, and maybe that has to do with the people in your life. Maybe it's about you. Maybe it is about lose weight. Maybe it's about becoming more spiritual, whatever it is that's important to you. And then the last one is about your finances. How do you plan to set out goals for your finances? There are 5 goals that you must write for your assignment, and each of those goals must meet all 5 of the points of a SMART goal. Each goal must be both specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time focused. You'll write those out in Microsoft Documents, Microsoft Word actually. It must be Microsoft Word. You will upload that into the Dropbox. And then you also have a discussion thread. Make sure that you go there. I think you have 2 this week. And then I want you to also do the assignment about setting your priorities. And that will just be a short paper that you write about your priorities and how you prioritize. So get me that information, and I'll see you next week.